August is a big month for LEGO Star Wars, but it's a bit less space and more spaghetti western, filled with the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Are they trying too hard, or have they just got too greedy? Well, starting with the 25th Anniversary Minifigures, we've seen official images for all 6 of them. There were only 6, right? 7. That could make things awkward. And it is staggering, as LEGO has never moved the goalposts before. Okay, so let's start then with the Skiff and the Sarlacc pit, because, well, I just want to. Here we have a set that LEGO has done before, and it's one of the most notable scenes from Return of the Jedi, and yet it features a Boba Fett as he appears in The Empire Strikes Back. Even more surreally, Luke appears to have regrown a hand. Now those are small things, I know, but this set costs $80 and the main draw is the minifigs. It represents 25 years of LEGO Star Wars after all, and should be at least accurate, if not perfect. In fairness though, the Skiff itself looks good, and the pit is a suitably beefed up version of what we got in 75174, so it should make for a good accompaniment to October's UCS version of Jabba's sail barge. The other minifigs are pretty good too. Lando, disguised as the guard, is particularly good, and Nien Nunb makes his first appearance in a set that's not too out of reach financially to most people. Not that LEGO's ever made a character hard to get, and then not hard to get. Overall, despite some quirks, I'm happy to say that this set falls more in the good side of things. And then there's our buildable C-3PO figure. This one, definitely mostly good. Firstly, it's exactly as I've been saying for a while now, a perfectly scaled accompaniment to Chewie and R2. Now, Chewie didn't sell well for admittedly obvious reasons, but because of that, its retirement date has been brought forwards, discounts have been readily available for months, the 3 will complement each other well, so if you haven't got those other 2, you might want to reconsider. The parts use on C-3PO is great, creating a very detailed shaping and some decent articulation. Unfortunately, the wiring is stickers. On his waist and on his palm, there's no printing on the black pieces. The minifig we get is also very similar to the one from Luke's Landspeeder. It's not the same, which is strange. $150 for this does seem a little steep, but not outrageously so. And of course, it's not the only C-3PO minifig coming our way in August, thanks to the Dark Falcon set from Rebuild the Galaxy. Here, they've called him Bounty Hunter C-3PO, although it should have just been C-Creepio, as those eyes are definitely disconcerting. Overall, it is a great minifig, but why only the partial printing for the legs? It's like LEGO aren't willing to go the whole hog, or else are just deliberately doing things wrong. As for the others, Beach Luke is certainly a fun character. Whilst some have voiced their displeasure, it's also got a lot of support. My only real issue is that the skin tone of his body does not match his head, and that is not okay. Now perhaps that's just because he's been tanning his torso, which by the way is pristinely waxed given how hirsute the rest of him is. But seriously, simple colour matching like this shouldn't be a problem in 2024. Then there's White Vader, a masterful triumph with the exception of the eyes. Being blue would have just been that crowning cherry on top of the cake. As it is, the helmet all white does look slightly odd considering how well printed every other part of him is. By contrast, Darth Dev is a brand new character, someone we have no attachment to yet, but LEGO have thrown everything at it, even down to the missing part of his eyebrow. The detailing is brilliant. But then we have Jar Jar, the one that needed to be best, the only character with the potential to actually be a Sith. I mean, it's a solid 7 out of 10 for me, but the lack of arm and leg printing and simply not an evil enough face really lets it down. As for Darth Rey, she is bang on the money. I mean, never did I think a pair of binoculars could be wielded with such malice. For the ship itself, it's very well detailed, although the light grey pieces detract from the ominousness of the black and red. The overall size is very good though, with lots of interior space for the minifigs and plenty of interior details. My feeling is this is a great set for both play and display, very interesting for collectors, and I applaud it. But with some unmistakable errors, the price of £160, $180 and euros seems a bit unreasonable. Perhaps then the $110 TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup is better value. While not proportionally as accurate as predecessors, due to the changes needed to allow for switching the wings around, they both look very good. Even better, when mashed up, the TIE Fighter looks incredibly cool, surprisingly so. But by contrast, the X-Wing just looks stupid. I mean, check out the nose on that. There's no way it's going to fly straight. As for the minifigures, they're okay, but it's the droid that's causing the biggest issues, with many saying it's come straight from McDonald's. The downside of sharing brand colours, I guess. And it is a shame for LEGO, as it's never their intention to make droids look silly. Okay, making it hard for me to fight your corner here, LEGO. The Creative Play droid builder is definitely out there, and it feels like someone is trying way too hard. It's a bit like from years back when PUAs would peacock to try and pick up women.
Notice the eye patch, did you? It's all part of a technique I've been studying for picking up women. You employ a visual display designed to make yourself distinctive and memorable.
Yeah, not cool, dude. I mean, it's £90, $100, €100 for a playset that will supposedly see kids having fun interchanging the appearance of the characters, although you have to wonder, how long will this actually keep them entertained for? As for collectors, is this something that complements the rest of your collection? Probably not. However, it does come with the young Leia 25th anniversary minifig, along with her little droid Lola. I mean, I say little, clearly some serious droid steroid use going on, as she's beefed up. I mean, okay, it's nice when LEGO offers something different, and this can be just a standalone bit of fun, and yet it's trying to cross customer demographics too much, between young fans who want something fun and AFOLs adding to their collection. It's doing it simply to drive up sales, and that feels grubby. In fact, downright greedy. If it had been a cheaper set, devoid of the anniversary minifig, I'd be all on board. But doing what they've done doesn't sit well with me. Let me know what you think below. Moving to the Imperial Star Destroyer, this has been available to pre-order for the longest and comes with the 25th anniversary minifig of Cal Kestis, which, aside from lacking a pauldron, does look great. The build looks pretty awesome as well. A sturdy, swooshable set that's going to be great for both play and display. An example of crossing demographics that's done well. So all of that is good. Here's the bad. It's £150, $160, €170. And including Cal, we get 7 minifigs, which isn't great compared to other themes. And the Star Destroyer itself is also quite small. Fantastic looking, but definitely on the smaller end of things. Then as for the Duel on Peridea, the biggest draw is definitely the minifigs. The build, it's just a fun little playset with movable points we've seen most recently in Ninjago and Monkey Kid sets, allowing for the characters to supposedly battle one another. As for the graphics, there's no printed elements here, they're all stickers. So while they look nice, again, a bit disappointing. As for the minifigs, they do steal the show. Whilst I don't like the way that they've done Ezra's eyes, the rest is brilliantly printed, whilst Morgan Elsbeth looks terrific with the face printing. I mean, this could easily have looked bad, but to me at any rate, they've done a superb job. Both Ahsoka and the Night Trooper also look great, the arm printing for Ahsoka elevating her a lot, whilst the touches of gold on the Trooper are what I really like. But of course it's Admiral Thrawn most were looking forward to, and for the most part, it doesn't disappoint. My only gripe is that he's got 2 pens instead of 4. Otherwise, this combined lineup of minifigs is, to my mind, definitely the strongest out of all of August's sets. It just seems that for all of them, regardless of whether it's pounds, dollars, or euros, they're overpriced, needing to be 10 or 20 cheaper, maybe even 30. I'm looking at you, Dark Falcon. Now there's also Jedi Bob's Starfighter coming in August, which, thanks to the Australian LEGO site, we officially know is happening, 310 pieces for $40. Like most everyone else, I'm looking forward to seeing official images, but I'm also kind of wary as to what they're going to have done with it. And of course the only other set that was supposedly coming was the Skeleton cruise ship, but as this has already been postponed, it might well be again, with nothing beyond the Autoland minifig having shown up yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Whilst I'm looking forward to some, others have disappointed me, but what do you think? Are LEGO trying too hard? Have they come too greedy? Or have they got things just right? Discuss it down below, and thank you very much for watching. Check out one of these 2 videos next, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.